AFC West.
Yep.
Ryan Horvat. BetMGM tonight, where you can find him.
Yeah, check out the show. Talking a lot of baseball in the summer. I love baseball.
Yeah, first five.
Hell yeah. Brewers need to piss off.
All right, we'll start with the Chiefs. 11.5 for Kansas City Chiefs. That's very high, like I just said with Cincinnati.
They're the only team in the National Football League this season that's favored in every single game. The Eagles are not. The Chiefs are. Every game. I mean, obviously that could change. Injuries and whatnot.
Schedule could be tougher. I can ride over. I can ride over on the Chiefs.
I would rather, honestly, cut my eyeballs out and throw them in molten lava than ever bet against Patrick Mahomes. But I'm not running to play the over here. There's another team that I'm all about in this division.
Yeah.
It's Patrick Mahomes, dude. But I could see them winning 10 games and still winning the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I mean, Mahomes is going to win 6 Super Bowls. I don't even know who's is MVS, Sky Moore? Who the hell is wide receiver number 1 this year for them? It don't matter. Probably over.
Well, where did Juju go? He went to New England, right?
Yeah, he's in New England.
Who's their number 1 receiver? Isn't it? Did McCall Hardman leave? Didn't he go to Miami?
Yeah. Probably MVS.
Yeah, MVS or Kadarius.
Oh yeah, Kadarius Toney. I mean Travis Kelce.
Oh no, you know who's gonna have 80 catches there is Justin Ross.
Oh yeah, good.
Not to be confused with John Ross, who is also there somehow.
Cody Fortson will catch 90 balls. It's the Chiefs, dude. They'll do whatever the hell they want. Mahomes will do whatever he wants. Yeah, they're probably winning at least 12. I'd go over if I had to bet.
All right, I'm gonna go over 2. The team you love, if I'm not mistaken, is the Chargers.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. And you know what I love about the Chargers is my
9.5.
They're going to start 10-0. You'll cash this bet by week 11. All right, so with the Chargers, I love Justin Herbert. Dude's got the biggest arm in the NFL. But the problem for him the last couple of years is that noodle brain, Joe Lombardi's been the offensive coordinator, and he's senile or whatever, and he, for some reason, thinks that he's running the Drew Brees offense. So he has Justin Herbert in his cannon arm, dinking and dunking down the field. Well, he's gone. In comes Kellen Moore. He might be shit, but I know he's going to allow Justin Herbert to throw the ball down the field. I love Quentin Johnston out of TCU. He's a 6'3" burner. So that means that, I mean, what's the Chargers?
Have a burner.
Chargers' problem every year is health, man. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are injured by week 4. Even if that's the case, now you got Quentin Johnston there. You were able to bring back Austin Eckler. I think he's going to have a monster year. You keep fixing that offensive line. I love what they did defensively last year. It's just everybody got hurt. If you could keep Joey Bosa healthy for an entire season and you pair him with Khalil Mack, those are still, even though Khalil Mack's getting a little bit older, 2 of the better pass rushers in the league, edge rushers. J.C. Jackson was a disaster, but 2 years ago he was the best corner in the league, top 3 with New England. Bill Belichick's so smart. Anytime he lets anybody go, it's like, why would you not bring back J.C. Jackson? And then it's like, oh, he sucks, and he's arrested by week 4. I think he has a bounce-back year. Derwin James is awesome, and if there's one guy that can neutralize Travis Kelce in that division, it's Derwin James if you play him in man coverage at the safety position. I like the Chargers a lot. They just got to stay healthy. The weird thing about Brandon Staley is he's this defensive-minded head coach, yet they've regressed every year defensively since firing Anthony Lynn. But I think this is finally the year they live up to the hype, man. There's just way too much talent. I think Herbert's going to have a monster year. I love them over on their win total. They're nearly plus 400 still to win that division. That's my favorite bet. I'm on them pretty big. And I took a shot.
Staley's like the reverse Mike Vrabel, where the talent gap of the team is much better than the coach.
They got to win 10 games. This team's way too freaking good. So
over for me too.
Yeah.
The Raiders.
Oh my God.
6.5.
Yeah. Under, dude. That's the easiest bet you could make. The Raiders should have 1 goal and 1 goal only. First off, who the fuck's their quarterback? Because Jimmy Garoppolo didn't pass. Did he pass his physical? Even if he's there, it's not going to go well. I'm way under on the Raiders. I think Devontae may be looking to get moved by midseason. I mean, I know that's where he wanted to be, but I think they're going to be terrible.
Oh yeah, he hates every day. He made the wrong decision. He knows it. I keep saying he regrets leaving Green Bay. Maybe he doesn't regret that, but he played this wrong.
So and here's the thing. I think it's a lock to go under 6.5 Because, okay, if Jimmy Garoppolo's there, I think his ceiling is 6 wins with like this coaching staff. Brian Hoyer is your backup. Aiden O'Connell, who I do like from Purdue, but he's not an NFL quarterback. That's your depth chart. I think the Raiders should have 1 goal and 1 goal only. You just got to Vegas a couple years ago. You have that big stadium. You want to be fucking terrible because you want Caleb Williams or you want Drake May. That should be the goal right there, and you might be bad enough. Problem is Arizona's going to be shit. But I wonder with Arizona, like we talked about when we did the NFC, if Arizona is shit and they win 1 or 2 games, do they draft Caleb Williams or Drake May? I think you have to. And but you just paid Kyler all that money. This season's going to be so awesome, but I think the Raiders should suck.
God, it's still too long for football to come.
I know, man. I know. But also at the same time, I was trying to think of something positive, but you're a Brewers
There's nothing
fan.
positive.
I'm a Cubs fan, and even if one of these teams wins the NL Central,
the summer is overrated. There's no football.
It's fun if you have a good baseball team, but if you have a mediocre,
even still, miss me with summer.
Yeah.
Denver Broncos are 8.5. That is a lot of credit to Sean Payton. This is not that Sean Payton is going to be wearing purple ties come week 12 to try to tell the Vikings to come get him. This is not going to go well. Under 8.5.
I think Sean Payton still parties. Doesn't he always look like he's
he's dating some chick who's.
That's what I mean. He's kind of I think he's going through a midlife crisis, to be honest with you.
He wore an orange tie on Fox to give a hint to the Broncos that he was interested in their job.
I heard
he's a 55-year-old man.
I heard all season long he would watch Hackett and watch the Broncos though, and just be like, "Oh, I could fix this. I could fix that." So I don't want to bet them over, but I don't want to bet them under because Russell Wilson, those final couple weeks of the season, started to look like himself a little bit. I think Hackett's terrible, and I think Sean Payton, we know he knows offense. Although, hey, let me ask you this really quick: do you ever feel like Sean Payton's a little overrated? Okay,
a little.
Everybody, and you know who was maybe a little underrated? I know he's, not the best quote, but we always shit on Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy is Sean Payton. Who always says that? I think Bukowski always says that Payton is McCarthy with better PR.
Yeah, the Saints, just like the Packers, have invented new ways to lose football games in the playoffs. Now, granted, we did watch that guy mugged on national TV, and the league had other ideas of who they wanted in the Super Bowl. I'll never forget that. So much that we changed the rule next year, and we had pass interference reviewable, which was terrible. But other than that, man, I mean, Sean Payton's won 1 Super Bowl. Mike McCarthy's won 1 Super Bowl. I mean, I guess he's been back to at least one, but yeah, I mean, maybe he's a little overrated. I don't know. I'd probably lean over on the Broncos because they're going to have a top 5 defense.
I love the under.
They got so much talent, though, man. Is Javonte
like that at the Nuggets games? They'd show Peyton Manning and be like, "That's our guy," and then they'd show Russ and be like, "Fuck this guy."
What's he doing here? But when you think about it, man, I mean, I know Peyton had that record-breaking season, but he doesn't deserve any credit for that Super Bowl that they won. He got benched that season. He couldn't throw a pass 15 yards. He couldn't throw a ball that year.
Was that the season Osweiler had his helmet on and then he had to be stuck?
Yeah. Peyton was terrible. They won despite him. They won. Everybody overhypes the 85 Bears who were playing a bunch of garbage men as quarterbacks. That's the defense that everybody should talk about, that Broncos defense. Von Miller was insane.
Yeah.
They beat the shit out of Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Remember then he didn't dive on the ball and everybody just killed him?
No, they didn't worry about that. They didn't like that he didn't give long answers in the presser.
Remember when we used to have shitty Super Bowls every year?
Yeah.
Now every Super Bowl, of course, comes down to the wire.
Well, now they've started to rig these things.
Actually, never mind. 2 years ago, Patrick Mahomes got absolutely torched by the Buccaneers. Yet everybody
Jair says that Jordan Love is the best quarterback in the league. How does that make you feel?
Wait, what?
Jair Alexander says Jordan Love's the best quarterback in the league.
Yeah, okay. Well, I strongly disagree. That I don't even know that he's the best quarterback in his own division. Okay, I'll take Justin.
Is he the best quarterback in the state?
I'll take Mahomes.
Would you rather have Tanner Mordecai running the Packers this year?
No, I don't even have Jordan Love that low on my quarterback list, dude. I got him over a bunch of guys. I got him over Ryan Tannehill, who's played in the playoffs before. Again, I don't think Jordan Love's going to suck. I don't think he's going to be Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre. I don't think those are realistic expectations.
We talked about this recently. What if he's Dak Prescott?
I'm ecstatic. He's a top 10 quarterback in the league then. Dak's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I put Dak top 10.
Like, that's the thing, man. Like, Dak's really good. I mean, these guys are all really good. Rodgers is awesome. You can't just be like, oh, he's only got one Super Bowl ring, or, oh, Dak's never played in a Super Bowl. Because it's like, he's one guy on a football team. And, like, let's be honest. We just got done talking about the Broncos. I mean, you got to have a pass rush. The Chiefs, I guess, like, are the exception. Although their defense the second half of the season was awesome too. But usually it's the best defense. Yeah, Brady won that Super Bowl in Tampa, but he won it because the defense held Patrick Mahomes to 9 points. You know, the Ravens with Ray Lewis. You could talk like Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Jim McMahon won a Super Bowl. I don't think he could fucking see out of both eyes. He's like chewing on a fork right now somewhere. That's bad. Maybe you should take that out. CTE is very serious.
Horvat, love you.
Love you too. Leave that in, actually. It was pretty funny. Fuck the Bears. See ya. Go Pack, go.